So now we know why America really didn't want us to see what they was doing over in China.
When I tell you the entire internet is in shambles over the China luxury run exposures, luxurious lies, cheap labor, and expensive illusions. Imagine dropping $30,000 on a Hermes bag only to find out it costs less than 10% of what you're paying to be made. It's made in the same manufacturing plant where your dupes are made that you can find in AliExpress in the street corners. What? Hi, I'm Nicole, your favorite dose of reality, serving you the truth with a large side of side eye. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about the major exposure of luxury brands by China on the internet. Unless you live under some kind of rock, you've probably heard something about it. This information can be found all over the internet, and the people on TikTok are out sharing their piece. Let's take a look at some of what they had to say.
Hi, this is your Chinese TikTok spy, and I wanted to ask people here on TikTok, has your algorithm lately been pretty much videos from China, basically showing you the secrets of the luxury goods market? But to be honest with you, I'm actually an American citizen, but I love the fact that China is just basically being very, very petty and exposing the entire luxury goods industry. For example, brands like Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Balenciaga, Hermes. And I find it pretty hilarious and pretty petty that they're basically trying to just bypass these large companies and pretty much just encourage people to do direct to consumer. And personally for me, I actually don't really have that many luxury goods. I mean, I have like a belt, I have like a jacket, and I have like shoes from like Burberry and like Ferragamo. But it's really interesting to see how China is just basically trying to battle this entire trade war here with us here in the United States of America. And I'm actually living for it.
China said, you want to go low? We'll go lower. Chinese manufacturers all over TikTok right now, I'm talking about, they came straight out the woodworks, are exposing how designer clothes are massively overpriced in the US, showing you the entire manufacturing process as a whole. Literally warehouses that are stacked full. I'm talking about millions of Nike shoes alone. How Birkin's bags are made, Chanel, Gucci, how they're processed and manufactured, and then how much they actually cost to make, and then how much they sell for. Do keep in mind, those bags in themselves go for tens of thousands of dollars. I can tell you exactly where to go on TikTok right now, authentic by the way, to get one for under $1,000. I can tell you where to go on TikTok right now to get nice ass fucking furniture for under $100 as well. I'm talking about shit that you would literally see in places like IKEA, literally the same exact product. It's funny because I've noticed all of these websites being blocked on Google, but if you have a VPN or if you need to know how to use a VPN, I can tell you exactly where to go. 100% safe, I can guarantee it. My buddy literally bought 3 pairs of Nikes on TikTok Shop, literally for $5 a piece. That was a week and a half ago. They already came in. He then sold those Nikes for $50 a piece at a resale store. You know, places where they look for authenticity? They're 100% real. Same exact material, same exact product. Which proves that the real problem is nothing more than materialism. People craving a brand and acting as if they're any different than any other human around them. What you wear does not make you any better than anybody else around you. China's proving that right now. Not only that, but they are literally destroying Western propaganda. This should be a lesson for us all, especially people in America. You need to start realizing that the US does not have any level of superiority over any other nation or their people.
Breaking news. China just exposed the whole designer industry. I'm talking Louis, Versace, Dolce & Gabbana, Dior. The whole lot's fake. Now it's obvious why the Americans didn't want us to know what they were getting up to in China. If you still don't believe me, hit the search bar right there. Videos are all over TikTok. You was using your hard-earned money. Some people, their whole checks for the month. 500, 800, 1,000, 3,000, 6,000 for knockoffs. We're worth 15 bucks. This whole time you thought you were getting the best clothes from Italy. Nah, it was just knockoffs from China. And I'm kind of confused on why exactly they're doing this. It's really a slap in the face of the people that love design. A huge slap in the face. They're sending a message to the Americans like, you might as well not buy this. It's a waste of time. I think I can see why the upper class don't buy designer. It's usually how they keep the poor people poor. Like how many young individuals die for designer? Literally, people have lost their lives to get designer. This can be a very good thing for the future though. It's these huge big corporations that keep the young people poor. Like as soon as you get a little bit of money, you want to give it to the higher ups. I keep your money, bro. You was getting scammed this whole time. And the worst part about it is now if you want to sell it, people are going to be very hesitant to buy it. There's nothing wrong with liking designer, but just buy the fake stuff. Nobody gonna know.
When it comes to the USA, we have never had the upper hand over China. Let's talk about how China has just executed the longest hustle in modern history. For decades, we have been conditioned to believe that China is just one giant sweatshop pumping out crap while we are the sophisticated, high-end innovators. And it turns out China has just been patiently waiting for us to be completely dependent upon their manufacturers. They have been mastering every technology, absorbing every industry, and then building an empire that doesn't need us half as much as we need them. And just when Trump thought he was going to flex up on China with his tariffs and trade war, they bitch slapped us right back with transparency. People forget that TikTok is owned by China, so it's not a surprise that every other video right now on your FYP is a Chinese person exposing the insane amount of markup that we pay for the products that they make for pennies on the dollar. Luxury handbags that are going for $3,000 to $5,000 in the United States are now being sold directly from manufacturers in China for $100 to $150. Premium skincare and perfumes are repackaged and sold for 10 times the price. China hasn't even had to fight in this trade war. They literally just drop the receipts and let Americans wake up and say, oh my God, we have been duped. China's domestic market is operating faster, more efficiently, better, and cheaper with products and things that we invented, from EVs to AI. They have a high-speed rail system that makes our Amtrak look like a horse-drawn carriage. Their cities are so high-tech and high-end, they put our crumbling infrastructure to absolute shame. So after decades of the US media painting China as some dystopian sweatshop, Americans are waking up. Chinese consumers get better deals than we do. Chinese technology is significantly more advanced than ours. Chinese manufacturing isn't inferior, it's just that the United States chooses to sell us overpriced garbage. So now, instead of fearing the Chinese people and that country like we've always been conditioned to, we are now cheering them on while they expose the rot inside of our own system. China didn't destroy American capitalism. They held up a mirror to it and let it destroy itself.
Well, I mean, all these brands, Hermes, Chanel, Dior, Adidas, Puma, Nike, all of these luxury items are coming from out of China.
Want to know who's the Chinese factory behind Nike, Adidas, Fila, and UGG? Number one, the biggest factory for Nike shoes in China is called FJF Group. They're located in China, Fujian. FJF is also China's biggest shoe factory. Second, the factory behind Adidas shoes is Baocheng Group in China. Baocheng Group has factories in China and in Southeast Asia. Number three, the factory behind UGG in China is called Henglong Group in Henan. Henglong Group is also the biggest factory of UGG shoes in the entire world. And number four, the factory behind Fila Group in China is called Shentai Group, and they're located in Zhejiang, China. Comment and let me know what other products I should do next, and follow me if you want to know more factories in China.
It ain't no way we've been getting finessed like this, y'all. And China just exposed it all. So boom, Americans out here dropping $800, $1,200, and even $4,000 and more on designer clothes, thinking it's all luxury, all high quality clothes, the high end stuff. But China just pulled the curtain back and showed the world that most of the stuff is made in the same factories with material that costs a fraction of the price. So we're talking shoes that cost $30 to make, but it's being sold in US for $700. And we're talking hoodies that cost $10 to make, that's being sold for over $300. And jeans that cost $50 to make, that's being sold for $500 to $1,000. That's not high end. That's robbery. Y'all, and this is the crazy thing. This is not even new. A lot of people just been blind to it. They think it just because it got a fancy label, that means it costs more. In reality, that just means the markups is better. China basically said, here y'all go. Now y'all better act like you know. And now everybody mad. They not mad at China. They mad at the brands that been overpricing this stuff they've been buying. They mad at the brands that they've been worshiping. See a sucker, lick a sucker, no diddy. They seeing now, they were never buying quality. They were buying status. And they finally waking up. All of this happened because of this tariffs. People would have never knew. Or some people was really too blind to even noticed the fact. But now everything is front and center for everybody to see. So if you one of them people that dropped the check on this designer shit and now you feel played, let me know down below in the comments. Let's talk about it.
So now we know why America really didn't want us to see what they was doing over in China. And if you don't know, click the search bar and see how China just exposed America. That designer that you've been spending your money on, $200, $300, $400, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, all of your hard-earned money basically been going to knockoffs, if that's what y'all want to call them, Canal Street specials, if I might say. China is basically saying that your favorite designer gets their bags, their clothes, their shoes made in China, not Italy. So when you thinking you getting the finest of threads, you getting them from China. And now China is saying that they got them for the low, like they been had them, but they just not keeping it secret no more. So what they're saying is that designer that we've been wearing, they've been making, and they make them for cheaper, and we might as well not buy that designer that we've been buying. It's kind of strange to me because a lot of people been losing their lives to get designer. It's a lot of people that lost their lives over designer. And you're telling me that China's been making it? All I can say is this trade war is exposing the real from the fake and the fake from the real. If that makes sense. I'm out.
Y'all, remember the other day when I was telling you guys that China has now made it legal for their manufacturers to mass produce, or rather release however they want, the luxury items that they've been working on with brands that are American or whatever. So it's now happening, guys. It's like happening. And when I say that I just bought a $700 Birkin bag, which was originally 30,000 US dollars. I love it. Like I told you guys that I am just a middle income girl. Okay, I cannot afford a 30,000 Birkin bag, but I sure can afford a $700 Birkin bag. I love it. Oh yeah, so if you want to, buy yourself a Birkin, head over to Sen Bags. I will just drop it in the comment as well. Sen Bags is your guy. I am still looking for a Chanel bag though, so if anybody sees where I can get a Chanel bag, hit me up. And I love it so much because guess who's the target market now? And I just really love it so much because it's like, this is really how you elegantly win a trade war. Like, I love the whole art of war thing that's going on. Like, I feel like I could learn a few things or two from this in my personal life.
China has played the game so perfectly that you just have to clap your hands and just respect them, because honestly they have just broken the barriers of what people thought was impossible to do. Like the whole point of what China has been trying to do is to just showcase that they're not like America. Like America is like this one big bully that no one really likes in school, and then you just have this one chill guy who always gets on with everyone. That's China. And the thing is that what they've played and the way they've played it, they've played in such a position where it's like all the billionaires, like all the big companies, the Hermes, the whatever, they're now going to start putting pressure on the US government to be like, yo, you need to solve whatever you're doing with these guys, because I can't lie, it's hurting our pockets. Because one thing America does is that they hate to see their billionaires suffer. If anything, they hate to see their billionaires suffer. So now that they've seen that, China is exposing, obviously Chinese manufacturers are exposing, the people that, or the things that they make for companies, and they're showing how cheap it is. Everyone's not hopping to China. Guess what China's just done? They've just given a no visa fee, a free visa, come in there, buy whatever you want tax-free. Bro, China's eating.
First of all, after finding out what I just found out about the US and China, I want to say I'm highly ticked off. I'm highly upset. 3 years ago, I paid $450 for these Gucci slides at the Gucci store right here in Houston, Texas. And now China done exposed the fact that these shoes right here only cost 75 cents to produce. You know what? Real Gucci slides. I'm done. What the hell with these Gucci slides? China, listen. If y'all watching this, China, I have nothing against y'all. I want to personally say thank you. What they did was wrong. 75 cents for Gucci slides. I got about 15 pair of these things in my damn closet. What the hell's going on, man? 75 cents? How much were these to produce? How much were these, huh? Were these another one of those famous slides that Valentino that only cost 10 or 12 cents? Listen, I'm buying direct now from the manufacturer. I'm finna start buying manufacturer straight directly. So basically, these are fake. These are basically fake. That's what y'all tell. I'm upset, man. So I've been walking around with fake Gucci slides on the whole time. You mean to tell me I could have just walked into a knockoff store and bought these same Gucci slides for $10 or $12? Nobody would have knew that they was fake. Like, people say it's the quality, but nobody's gonna walk up and say, hey, let me feel the quality of your Gucci slides. Hey, let me feel the quality of your Ameri to see if it's real. I'm upset, man. China, thank you for exposing these people. This is how I feel about these Gucci slides. Thank you again, China. We, as Americans, appreciate you guys exposing the truth. Thank you.
Well, that was quite the story and a major exposure. I guess you're paying the extra price for the branding. Is the logo really worth that much? Do you think that these luxury brands are justified in their prices? Can it be justified charging that much for the logo? And I don't know, the experience of a luxury, is it worth it? There are some people who have seemed to always know this information and they have been buying the dupes, which turns out that they've been made in the same place as the original. So
for everybody that used to be mad at the girlies doing their DH gate hauls, to the front, to the front, to the front, to the front. Listen, China been on TikTok exposing your favorite brands. All the Lulu girls with the Lulu on your butt, to the front. I've seen so many videos of these girls that be spending thousands of dollars, mad at girls that spend a good little $50, $60, $100 here and there for the exact same bag. And some of y'all be like, I can tell immediately. Can you? Can you? I'm sure even in the worlds of fakes, there are levels to this, right? But for years, we all know Nike has sweatshops. All of these other companies, they have sweatshops. And where do y'all think the sweatshops are? Y'all talking about Shein, but it's the same quality as Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton. Same factory. We've been saying it for years. It's coming from the same manufacturers. It's coming from the same manufacturers. And y'all are like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. This is made in France. It's made in Beijing. They just take it over there right before it's finished and they slap a little finishing touches on it and say, made in France. And y'all shell out thousands of dollars. And hey. Once again, I'm not against buying what you want, but this goes down to let people buy what they want. If someone wants the look of something, even if they like the look of the logo and they said, but I ain't paying $12,000 for it because it's not worth $12,000. Sometimes I just want y'all to admit that y'all just like the name. Y'all just want the brand. Y'all just want people to think that you have money. You don't want it because it looks good, because a lot of times a lot of y'all be throwing on designer from head to toe and look a mess. Look a mess. Look a mess. Oh, you know how much this fit worth? I don't care. It look like shit. It look like it. And I swear sometimes I feel like these designers be doing this shit on purpose. They like, look, we finna make the ugliest outfit called $5,000. Watch, they gonna buy it. And y'all buy it. And y'all literally buy it. When Kanye dropped his hobo collection, Y'all was, oh my God, this is so futuristic and amazing. Post-apocalyptic fashions. Y'all talked about people that wearing Skechers, but y'all got on them big ass, bulky ass Bottega shoes, walking around looking clunky with skinny jeans on, and they have the nerve to talk about, man, you know how much this I put that on. China said, since y'all bitches want to play with us, we finna expose you hoes. DJ T done free by, like, all of these companies finna be hot. I know all of these luxury brands is in a group chat right now, like, get this bitch out of here. Get him out of here. He is for everybody. And China also said, by the way, we're going to make it easy for you to get a visa to come over here for 10 days. And you can just come buy this shit tax-free. No tariff. Not for you, baby. Not for you, baby. They haggling like, I don't know if you've ever been to China. Well, I've never been to mainland China. I've only been to Hong Kong. But I'm sure it's, you know, relatively same type of, like, you know, culture. And this is the haggling they be giving you. Like, listen, don't tariff. No tariff for you. No tariff for you, pretty girl. No tariff for you. Okay? Don't even worry about it. Just come buy the bag. Come buy the bag. Listen, I've been... Okay, what's the street called? I don't know. I can't remember because I haven't been there. But there's this alley where they have all the designer stuff in Hong Kong. All my Navy people know what I'm talking about. All my Navy people know what I'm talking about. Yeah. All right, now.
So will you guys continue to be spending your money on these luxury products, these luxury clothes, bags, shoes, knowing what they're actually worth? I am definitely curious. Leave your comments down below. Please hit that like button and subscribe. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Y'all pulled up on me, I would've seen y'all niggas outside.